Okay, I wanted to demonstrate how I do eyebrows. I mix up my paint in a little palette. I leave it in here actually, and it dries out occasionally, and I'll add more thinner to it to reactivate it and make it nice and pliable. You don't want it runny per se, but you want it, liquid enough that you can pick it up with a brush and it'll hold on a paintbrush. I have this liner that I've actually removed hairs from around it to thin it out super thin. You can actually see it. Okay, and this is what I use to paint my eyebrows with. I go into the paint and I'll just pick up some paint, tap the tip so you don't get that little drip at the very tip, and then just go in here and you place the lines down. If you're unsure of where you want your eyebrow to go, play around with it. Draw a couple stray lines here and there, work it down. And sometimes you'll get one where you don't really want it. You just have a sponge nearby that's been wet with some thinner and go in and remove any stray hairs that you don't like. And if you feel better pulling down, come at the center line and drag the hairs down. It'll give you the same effect. But you want to bring, some hairs that are going this way and then kind of bring it into it like a V sort of, but you want them to blend. And yes, you turn your head. Turn it to get where you want it at. Sometimes it's a little, you gotta get real creative with how you do your head. But I'll turn it all kinds of ways just to get the angle that I want. Oops. Let me see if I can get this better angled. Okay. You can see that they're barely there. When the thinner dries, you'll see a real little line there where they're at, and you can always go back over and add more over top of it to give it more of a fuller look. You want long strokes. You don't want those little dashes everywhere. You want to bring that brush down and give you a nice long stroke. As you get to the edge of the eye, remember to, instead of you want to, how you go up, you want these to almost come straight out so that they're at an angle, like almost straight out pointed. And then you're going to come back in before you were going this way. Now you're going to come down this way, just at the very edge here. And you don't want to like straight up into it. You want to almost lay them parallel with the other ones, but not quite. Now you just basically go in and you fill in where you want. You can bring in a couple more coming into it, like so. And you want to have a kind of a curve, you know, kind of a little curve, not a straight line. I mean, sometimes you can do a straight line too, just to kind of break it up, but you want kind of a curve because, you know, eyebrows kind of curve in. See how they're both meeting? You're going to go back in once you've got your outside, your top and bottoms done. You're going to come back in through the center. And fill it in. Right down the center, just kind of not perfectly straight in the middle. I mean, you just want to kind of vary it so you have a natural looking eyebrow. And once the thinner dries, you'll be able to see them better. I mean, the thinner looks a little wet, but once it dries, you'll see a nice thin line there. See how that looks? It's kind of more filled in towards the center. And if you got any spot that you don't quite like, so just go back in and gently dab it with sponge. And let it dry, and then look at them. And if you like how they look, they're good, then go ahead and seal them. But if you think you need to add more hairs, go ahead and add more hairs and fill it in where it needs to be at. I can turn this light off and get a better view of it. No, it's not gonna work. There we go. See? All right.